Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with Islip. I am Islip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. It's a pretty neat little guy. Here is his packaging. I just wanted to get that gripe out of the way. He transforms into his little VW-esque Kodo Q, what do you call it? Penny Racer rendition of his self. His box comes with a little stand of Cybertron. Cool beans. Don't need it. We got the little figure here. And when I say little, I mean little. But that's kind of fitting because he's sort of better in scale. Whoops. With Optimus and the other mainline Transformers. Let me get, here he is next to the War for Cybertron Bumblebee that turns into a VW. Here he is next to my broken masterpiece Bumblebee. His arm broke off because, you know, translucent plastic. Let's see. Here's next to a core class Bumblebee, and yes, he's very. You're getting barely more than the core class, but you know, it is what it is. We're getting gouged. We're getting gouged one way or another. Either we're not getting paid enough, or they're expecting too much money. And considering that fuel doesn't cost as much as it used to, there's no real reason why we should be paying more for Transformers or toys in general than we were before. Especially Transformers. The markup on Transformers has gone up a lot more than the markup for other toys, like the Hasbro Legends figures were rough. They're a few dollars more than they used to be, but this is ridiculous. You're getting something that's barely more than a core class for a deluxe class price, which is now basically what we used to pay for. Man, I remember we used to pay $15 for Voyager figures, $20. But that aside, he is actually pretty neat. Bring him in a little closer. Let me see if I can get this thing to zoom in. He's got nice details. The yellow is pleasant. He's got a little backpack, but I mean, you know, he's got to have something. You know, it's not like the old whatchamacallit with the. It's not like the original toy where the. Let me see. It's not the original toy, but it is basically sort of an update to the original. I do have the original toy, but this is the Impossible Toys update. So it's a little bit bigger than the original Bumblebee, and it's got a lot more articulation. But basically, for all intents and purposes, it transforms the exact same way. It looks very close to it. The only difference is that the legs were like this. This is more of the dimensions of the original Bumblebee toy. So he poses really well. You have to be careful right out the box. That happened, and I noticed that with a lot of other. Now the other arm doesn't come off nearly like I have to really. With this one though, just messing with it, just see, comes right off. And this wasn't the only one that did that. I messed with a few that were on the shelf after I got this guy home, and their right arms just popped right out of the mushroom peg. So quality control, I think not. There we go, that's better. But he has ball jointed arms, mushroom at the bicep, 90 degrees. He does have rotating wrists. His head is on a little ball. You get a little wiggly and a rotation, and that's about it. He doesn't really look up, so you can make him look down if you want to by transforming him slightly. Rotation here, Legs can do a split this way. They can do a split out that way. Upper thigh, very tight knee that gets you about 90 degrees. You get a little up and down, well, you get a little backwards and forwards, and ankle rocker. And that is it for Bumblebee's articulation. So you can get a lot of decent poses out of them. If you can get the knees to cooperate and stuff. And then it's just a matter of getting him balanced. And then you've got, different poses. He's light enough that if you use a display stand or whatever, he's not going to tip it over. So you're good to go with that. Transformation is not hard at all. Give me a second, I gotta get closer because I am way too far away. I'm doing something a little bit different. My lighting source is above and off to the right because my original stand with the light on it broke. So anyway, take that out. And what are we gonna do? Let's go ahead and start with the feet. So you're gonna take these bits here and then fold them over like this, and then remember to fold these all the way over because I keep forgetting to do that. All the way over, these bits just fold in, and that's pretty much done there. Now we can get on with the rest of it. So what do we want to do? Open this piece up and then flip the head all the way over into there, and then you've got that. And then we want to bring this up so we can get it out of the way. And we will take this, and this transformation here, this is actually a lot of the transformation. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar to some of the older bees. So let's see, what do we want to do? Rotate this around this. There we go. We'll get that up like that just so we can get this over here. Pull these over here. Remember to plug the arms together, down and together, and then you want to bend them so that they look like that. And then this can come back down a little bit, and let's see. You should be able to get that, get that closed like that. And we can come over here, work this part here, that clips in like so. And then the legs will bend at the knee the wrong way, like so. And then this will come up like that. And then you do the exact same thing. Bend it at the knee backwards, up like this, clip that together. And then it's just a matter of tidying all of this up. Tidying all of that up, and voila, we have our little penny eraser, who's actually, even though he is kind of weird looking, this is what he looked like in, depending on the animation cell that you looked at. So he was supposed to look like a VW bug, but like a penny eraser super deformed bug. But because I guess they couldn't get the right fit, and also because in some of the animation, the front, for whatever reason, was squished down. This is what we got. And it's not bad looking, and you can even have weapon storage. Not good weapon storage, mind you, but you can store the weapon on the back. I would have preferred being able to store it underneath. Like there's all this space. I wonder if I can, hold on. I for the most part got it in there. There's a bit of a, like, I'm having a bit of a gap issue because the gun is just slightly too long. Had it been just ever so smaller, we could have actually had the gun storage underneath, and then we would have had a perfect car mode, but can't really do that. You know what? I wonder, can I? And you can see that the arm became unpegged because, you know, reasons. So anyway, that's that. He looks pretty good, in my opinion. Not $25 good. Although I'll be honest with you, I think about it and I'm like, you know, I'll spend more on a third-party figure than I will on the same type of figure from the official guys. And I wonder why that is. And I think that's part of it is because depending on which third-party company you go with, you have better quality control, usually better color matching, and they're ahead of the curve doing things that Hasbro isn't even thinking of. Like, we've had Magic Square making Bumblebees that transformed into, you know, super deformed versions, like on the animation. We had all the way back, what, like 8 years ago, Toy World had B, their version. $50 got you a deluxe size or masterpiece sized figure with interesting transformation, and he went from looking like Bumblebee from the TV to looking like the car mode from the TV, and honestly, it was a much better figure. No, it's not better. This is actually really good. Aside from that stupid arm popping out, this is actually really good. And it doesn't, the one thing that I like over this than I did about a lot of the other Bumblebees I own is that they didn't go with translucent windows, so the canopy isn't translucent plastic. I don't think it's translucent plastic. I hope it isn't. It better not be, because this isn't like, you know, no, it's black plastic. It's solid plastic, so hopefully that will keep it going longer. As you saw by my masterpiece Bumblebee, the arm broke off because most of the parts that it's made of for the body is freaking translucent plastic. I mean, I had it for about 10 years, so, you know. That said, though, this is actually a pretty nifty little vehicle. Just sometimes getting all the parts to squeeze together properly. Everything is squished, squashed. It's put together properly. And it compacts really good. It is pretty small. Let me get, what did I do with that other Bumblebee I just had? Oh, there it is. Just so you can see how much it compacted down, there is the Bumblebee from War for Cybertron. I wish I had my G1 Bumblebee. I have him somewhere, I just don't know where I put him. He's hidden somewhere. But I'm going to use the next best thing. I'm going to use my Impossible Toys Masterpiece Missing Linkish version of Bumblebee. And these things, this thing is pretty dang cool, considering that this thing was made like 10 years ago, I think. Excuse me. Maybe longer. And it still works good. I got like all of the Impossible Toys ones back when they were running a sale, and I got like all of them for like $30. I was like, I think like 10 figures for $30, and now Hasbro wants 40 for one figure? I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Come on. So here is a slightly, so you can see that's what they were going for. Kind of penny eraser look. Except in the cartoon, for some reason, he had big back wheels, and in the toys had the same size wheels as this. But Yeah, it's not a bad toy. It's actually a pretty good toy. Just not a $25 toy. So if you can get them for less than that, I would say definitely get them. But at $25, I mean, unless you got money to burn, I don't feel like, whoop, don't go anywhere. Where are you going? I don't feel like it's really worth it. Especially with, I mean, it's only one QC issue, and that's with the arm popping off randomly, but it shouldn't be popping off like that. Especially for $25 freaking. And then the paint is okay, but you can see that there's some places where it could have used a little bit more, where the paint looks yellowish, not yellowish, it looks greenish, because there's not enough. The black is kind of coming through. I don't mind that the windows are painted black. I'm actually quite fine with that. I would have been fine with them being blue as well. Just glad that they didn't do translucent on this figure, because no, I don't see that holding up at all. That said, I'm Isaac. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this character, if you wanted a super deformed Bumblebee, now you've got your chance to get a mainline one. If you can get it for around $15 or less, then I say that's almost a bargain. That's the price it should have been. It should have been at most $15. $25, I'm sorry. That is just ridiculous. That said, I'm Isaac. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and ciao.